Have you ever wondered why, despite working hard, you still don't get the respect you deserve from others? You might not realize it, but it's your daily habits that are slowly killing the respect you truly deserve. In this video, we will explore 6 bad habits you need to eliminate immediately if you don't want your life and relationships to fall into a rut. Welcome to Wisdom Daily, where we explore deep philosophies to improve our lives. Today, we will look at how to change these bad habits and start the journey of earning respect from both yourself and others. Habit 1. Always making excuses. Did you know that every time you make an excuse for yourself, you not only devalue yourself, but also make others look down on you? Making excuses is one of the most common bad habits we fall into. When things don't go as planned, our first reaction is often to find a reason to justify ourselves. It could be traffic, unforeseen circumstances, or even, "I just wasn't in the right mindset today." But in reality, making excuses only makes us appear weak and irresponsible. Think about it. When you make an excuse, you're really telling others, "I can't control this situation," and "it's not my fault." Not only does this lower your self-worth, but it also makes people view you as irresponsible. Nobody respects someone who doesn't take responsibility. Personal example. When I was younger, I frequently made excuses when I didn't complete tasks on time. I would always come up with some reason for the delay or mistake, like too much work or being interrupted. But one day, a close friend told me, "If you always blame external factors, you'll never grow. If you keep doing this, you'll never be respected." Those words woke me up. I realized that always making excuses just made me appear weak and unreliable. So, what do you think about stopping the excuses and starting to take responsibility? This change will not only alter how others see you, but also help you become a more respected individual. When you stop making excuses and start taking responsibility, people will begin to respect you more because of your integrity and accountability. When you stop and face the truth, instead of justifying yourself, others will see you as strong and reliable. Accountability is a key factor in earning respect. People respect those who aren't afraid to face challenges and take responsibility for their actions, whether the results are good or bad. Imagine you're a leader at work, and a project fails. Instead of blaming outside factors, you step up and say, "This project failed because of me. I didn't do enough to ensure things went smoothly. I'll do better next time." These words will make a huge difference. Not only will you gain respect from your colleagues, but you'll also build long-term trust. I remember one time I was involved in a large group project. There was one colleague who constantly made excuses for mistakes at work, blaming everything from equipment to unforeseen problems. But there was another person in the group who, whenever an issue arose, took responsibility and offered a solution. As a result, even though he didn't always succeed, he was always trusted and respected more. He proved that just admitting mistakes and fixing them earns respect, even in the most difficult situations. So, if you want respect, stop looking for excuses and start taking responsibility. Integrity is the key to earning respect. Now, let's move on to another equally important habit in building respect: laziness. Habit 2. Laziness. Have you ever wondered why, despite having all the potential, you still don't achieve the success or respect you deserve? Laziness is one of the worst habits we can fall into. It's not just a lack of effort at work, but also a sign of wasting your own potential. When you don't take action, when you don't put in the effort, you make others feel that you are unreliable. Passivity never earns respect, and it certainly cannot bring success. Remember this: no one respects someone who doesn't work. You may have great ideas, exceptional talent, but if you don't put them into action, everything will remain just a theory. You need to take action. You need to show constant effort. Every achievement, whether big or small, begins with the first step. And if you don't take that step, you'll never move forward. Real-life example. I remember a time in my life when I just stood by watching others succeed while I was being lazy. I thought that a bit of talent was enough for success. But then I realized that talent isn't the only factor. I needed to work hard, make the effort every day to truly progress. And when I started taking action and stopped being lazy, I realized that not only did I achieve what I wanted, but I also gained the respect I had always longed for. So, if you want respect and success, you need to change. Success doesn't come from talent, it comes from persistence and constant effort. Start today. Success doesn't come from talent, it comes from persistence and hard work. You need to show effort to prove to others that you deserve respect. If you believe that talent is all that matters, you'll quickly realize that it's not enough. Success is not about luck, it's the result of continuous and persistent effort. Successful people are those who don't stop working and improving every day. They understand that respect doesn't just come from accomplishments, but also from the process of achieving them. Think about an Olympic athlete. No one is born a winner. They have to train extremely hard, sometimes for thousands of hours, to achieve success. If they only relied on talent, they would never reach the finish line. Their success comes from effort, persistence, and relentless steps forward. And this is what earns them respect that no one can deny. Effort is what helps you overcome all difficulties, and others will notice you for that. Start now and prove to the world that you deserve respect. Laziness is the greatest enemy of success and respect. When you neglect effort, you're missing out on opportunities to grow. And there's another habit, which you might not notice, but it significantly impacts the respect you get. Neglecting your personal appearance. Habit 3. Neglecting personal appearance. Did you know that your appearance can be a deciding factor in whether or not you gain respect from others? Appearance is not everything, but it can be the first sign others see when they assess you. Remember, the way you take care of yourself reflects how you respect yourself. If you don't take the time to look after your appearance, others will think that you don't care about your work or the relationships around you. In fact, people often judge you by what they see, and if you don't pay attention to how you dress, maintain hygiene, or even the way you walk, you'll unintentionally devalue yourself in their eyes. Taking care of yourself is not just about looking good or dressing fashionably. It's about showing that you are responsible for yourself, that you value both your body and your mind. This sends a powerful message to those around you that you have discipline, self-respect, and the ability to take care of every aspect of your life, from your work to your relationships. Personal example. Back in school, I was someone who didn't care much about my appearance. I thought, as long as I'm good at what I do, people will respect me. But later, I realized that when I didn't take care of myself, I not only lowered my own confidence, but I also made others not value me as a responsible individual. After changing the way I dressed, maintaining better hygiene, and taking better care of myself, I realized that not only did I feel better about myself, but I also received more respect from others. So, if you want to build respect from others, don't neglect your appearance. It's how you show self-respect. And it's also the key to earning respect from those around you. Taking care of yourself isn't about appearance, it's about self-respect, and it shows others that you are responsible for yourself. Appearance is not everything, but taking care of yourself is a form of self-respect. Self-care doesn't just mean buying new clothes. It's about investing in yourself to feel confident, comfortable, and ready to face the world. It's part of personal discipline, showing that you take responsibility for both your body and your mind. So, start today. Take care of yourself, not just for you, but also for those around you, so you become someone they respect and trust. Taking care of your appearance is an important part of showing respect for yourself, but if you're not polished in your behavior and respect others' boundaries, that respect can easily erode. Let's now look at the next habit: disrespecting others' boundaries. Habit 4. Disrespecting boundaries. Have you ever felt like you are invading someone's space without even realizing it? That could be one of the reasons why you're not being respected. One of the habits many people fail to recognize is regularly crossing other people's boundaries. You might think that you're just showing care or concern, but in reality, this action sends the opposite message. You don't respect their autonomy or personal space. When you don't respect someone's boundaries, whether it's in terms of time, space, or emotions, you're showing a lack of respect toward them. Invading someone's boundaries not only makes them feel uncomfortable, but also diminishes the respect you receive. Everyone has a right to their privacy and freedom to decide what belongs to them. If you're unaware of this, you'll quickly lose respect from others. Personal example. I once had a close friend who constantly tried to intervene in everything in my life. Although I knew he just wanted to help, his way of invading my space made me feel uncomfortable. There were times when I just wanted some personal time, but he would keep calling and getting involved in my personal decisions without my consent. Gradually, our relationship became strained, and I started feeling disrespected. Eventually, I had to make it clear to him that respecting each other's personal space is essential for maintaining a healthy relationship. So, how can you avoid crossing others' boundaries and maintain respect in your relationships? Respecting boundaries is the way to build healthy relationships, and when you do that, others will feel respected and trust you more. Respecting boundaries is a key factor in building sustainable and healthy relationships. When you recognize and respect the limits of others, you not only show respect for them, but also build trust. Everyone has their own boundaries, and respecting them shows that you understand and value their freedom and privacy. Imagine a relationship where both parties respect each other's boundaries. You'll see that not only will others feel safe and comfortable around you, but you will also earn more trust. When people feel respected, they're more willing to open up and share, and this leads to deeper and longer-lasting relationships. Successful people in business are often very good at respecting the boundaries of their colleagues and partners. They know when to step back and when to intervene, and they always create space for others to freely grow. This respect is the key to building trust and maintaining strong professional relationships. So, are you ready to respect others' boundaries? When you do this, you will not only earn respect, but also create truly lasting relationships. Respecting boundaries is not just about personal space. It's about how you show appreciation for someone else's freedom. So, if you're noticing signs of disrespect, we will now move on to the next habit that can deeply impact your relationships: taking credit for someone else's work. Habit 5. Taking credit for someone else's work. Have you ever seen someone take credit for something they didn't do? That is an action that can quickly destroy any respect you might have earned from others. Taking credit for someone else's work is one of the most unethical actions that can quickly lead to a loss of respect. In fact, claiming someone else's achievements is not just a minor offense. It can completely destroy trust and integrity in any relationship. When you take credit for something you didn't do, you not only deceive others, but also harm your own reputation and credibility. Everyone can tell when someone is deliberately taking credit for something they didn't contribute to, and this makes people view you as untrustworthy. Once integrity is broken, respect is lost, and once respect is gone, it's difficult to regain it. Taking credit for others' work doesn't just ruin professional relationships, It also devalues your own worth in the eyes of others. Personal example. I remember once at work when a colleague took credit for a major project that I had done almost entirely on my own. At first, I was shocked and confused. I didn't know what to do, but as the truth gradually came out, my colleague lost the trust of the entire team. People started avoiding him, and his career growth stagnated. The lesson I learned was, if you steal someone else's credit, you not only lose respect, but also weaken your own position in the eyes of others. So, what do you think about doing the right thing and acknowledging others' contributions? This not only helps you maintain respect, but also opens the door to long-term collaboration. People respect honesty and properly acknowledging others' contributions. If you don't do that, you will lose respect and cooperation from those around you. Honesty is a crucial foundation for building lasting relationships, especially in the workplace. When you respect others' contributions and acknowledge them fairly, you not only build trust, but also create a more cohesive and productive work environment. Honest and fair people are always respected because they create a space where everyone feels that their value is recognized. Imagine a work group where each individual is fairly acknowledged for their contributions. Everyone in the group will feel valued and will be more likely to work harder. This not only improves work performance, but also strengthens relationships among team members, building long-term trust and collaboration. Real-life example. One of the successful business leaders I admire always recognizes the efforts of his colleagues and employees, even for the smallest achievements. He understands that if these contributions aren't acknowledged, people will feel unappreciated and lose motivation. This approach has helped him build a strong and loyal team. So, to build a strong career and trustworthy relationships, you need to learn to acknowledge others' work and maintain honesty. When you do this, you'll not only earn respect, but also help others feel valued. Taking credit not only destroys trust, but also causes you to lose the opportunity for long-term collaboration. And one of the most important factors in building respect is how you control your emotions. Let's now explore the final habit, emotional reactivity. Habit 6. Emotional reactivity. Have you ever let your emotions dictate your actions and ruin your relationships? That's one of the reasons why you're not being respected. Excessive emotional reactions are one of the habits that can quickly lead to losing control and consequently losing the respect of others. You've probably encountered people who overreact to situations, even small ones. When emotions drive your actions, not only do you lose control of yourself, but you also make others feel unsafe around you. This creates a tense and uncomfortable atmosphere, causing relationships to break down. When you react too strongly, whether in normal or stressful situations, you're showing that you can't control your emotions. This will make people feel anxious and uneasy when interacting with you. And when you make others feel unsafe, you'll find it difficult to earn their respect. Personal example. I once had a colleague who was quick to anger. Every time a small problem occurred, he would immediately get angry and react excessively. This made the entire team uncomfortable and unwilling to work with him. One time, during a meeting, he lost control in front of everyone, and the entire atmosphere in the room became tense. After that, people started avoiding him, and opportunities for collaboration decreased. That was when I realized that failing to control your emotions doesn't just reduce respect, it also destroys relationships. So, how can you change this habit and build respect from others? The answer is learning how to control your emotions and stay calm in any situation. Emotional control is a sign of maturity and strength. When you stay calm, others will respect you more because you can handle situations intelligently and calmly. Maturity is not only shown through actions, but also through emotional control. A mature person doesn't let emotions control their actions, especially in difficult situations. When you maintain calm, not only will you handle issues more intelligently, but you'll also show others that you are someone who can control yourself. A person who can remain calm in a tense situation, instead of reacting immediately, will earn a great deal of respect from others. This not only makes you more reliable, but also helps you handle situations more effectively. You will become someone others want to turn to for solutions rather than someone who worsens the situation. Real-life example. One of the people I admire is a well-known CEO. He always maintains his calm, even in the most stressful situations. When a major project failed, instead of blaming others or getting angry, he focused on finding solutions and inspiring his team. His calmness helped the entire team recover and work more effectively, and this earned him respect and admiration not just in work, but in his personal life as well. So, start practicing emotional control today. When you can stay calm in any situation, you will not only earn respect, but also build strong and lasting relationships. Now, we've explored 6 bad habits that may be preventing you from gaining the respect you truly deserve. From constantly making excuses, being lazy, neglecting your appearance, disrespecting others' boundaries, taking credit for someone else's work, to losing control of your emotions, all of these can make you undervalued and cause you to lose respect from those around you. As we've seen, respect is not something you can demand, it's something you must earn through actions and positive habits. If you want to change, start with yourself. Eliminate these bad habits, maintain discipline, and live with integrity. That's how you not only earn respect from others, but also gain self-respect. Life is always changing, and what you do every day will determine who you are. If you start today by changing these small habits, you will see your life and relationships shift in a positive direction. Remember, respect starts with yourself. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos from Wisdom Daily. Share your story in the comments below. Have you struggled with building respect? What do you think about these habits and how to change them? Let's continue the journey of exploring deep philosophies to live a life worth respecting. Wisdom Daily will always be by your side on this path.